Adventures of the Teenie Weenies by W.M. Donahue. A Watermelon Feast. "Say, go!" shouted the dunce one morning as he ran up the steps of the shoe house. "Do you like watermelon?" "Say, foolish person, what you all askin' such a silly question fo'?" grinned the happy-colored Teenie Weenie. "If there is anything in the whole world I like better than watermelon, it's mo' watermelon." "Well, I know where there's a great big piece," shouted the dunce. "It's over on a table in the big green house, and there was a man eatin' some, and he said that he couldn't eat any more. I heard him, for I climbed up the morning glory vine at the window and watched him." "Let's go!" shouted several of the Teenie Weenies. "Well, you'd better not be in a hurry," remarked the general, stepping out onto the front porch. "You all know that it wouldn't be right to help yourselves to that watermelon unless the people who own it were going to throw it away." "Yes, sir, that's just what they are going to do," stuttered the dunce. "The man said that he couldn't eat any more, and a woman said to leave it right on the table, and she would throw it out." "Well, that's different," answered the general, who was fond of melon himself. "Under the circumstances, we can go over and have a taste." It took but a short time for the little people to make their way over to the house and, crawling through the crack under the kitchen door, they saw the red top of the melon on the table. To their delight, they saw a great deal had been left. The Teenie Weenies all are wonderful climbers, and it was a simple matter for the little folks to climb up onto the table. They swarmed onto the melon and ate until they could not hold another bite. After the little people had eaten all they could hold, they amused themselves by playing with the various things they found on the table. The clown climbed up to the top of a fork which stuck in the melon and performed some wonderful acrobatic feats. The small boys took off their shoes and stockings, waded in the juice, and pushed themselves about with toothpicks on the huge seeds, which made fine rafts. Gogo ate until he nearly burst, and the doctor found the little fellow sitting on the handle of a knife, holding his tiny head. "What's the matter?" asked the doctor. "I's in trouble," he groaned. "Anything serious?" asked the doctor. "Yes, sir," answered the colored Teenie Weenie, pointing to the huge slice of melon. "I's plumb full, can't eat another bite, and all that watermelon before me." "Well, that is sort of tough," laughed the doctor, "but if I were you, I'd not let that worry me, for you certainly will be sick if you eat any more." The cowboy carried several of the seeds back to the shoe house and stored them away in the tool house. "I'm going to plant these next summer," he said, "and then we can have a watermelon of our own." "You'd have a hard time cutting it open," suggested the old soldier. "Gosh!" exclaimed the cowboy. "I never thought of that. But I suppose we could blast it open with dynamite." "Just leave that to Gogo," laughed the doctor. "He will find some way to get into it." The Teenie Weenies were so full of melon they could not eat a bite of lunch, not even the dunce, and the cook had a good rest that day. Poor Gogo ate more than was good for him. He consumed a piece of melon as big as a hickory nut, and the doctor was up half the night putting teeny weeny hot water bottles on his teeny weeny tummy.